Time for a quick unboxing. Literally all of these things I ordered like 24 hours ago, and the two brown ones from eBay and one directly from Bare Knuckle, and they literally all arrived the next day. So I'm happy with that. Quick, so we have here, this is a Switchcraft three-way toggle switch, and this one was just the switch tip, a little chrome switch tip to go with that. And it's just a problem that I've often had when buying like tips and stuff is they never fit the Switchcrafts. So let's just get this open that real quick. I will check that this was next up. Right, what we got here is the boot camp. These are the true grits, so these are like the middle of the range. They actually only come in black and cream. The thing is, I specifically wanted white, and I had to speak to the guy in sales department to make that happen for that particular type of pickup. Every other pickup that they had there is available in white. So yeah, so let's have a look at these without further ado. Boom. Welcome home. Whoa. Oh, they'll give me a pick. But okay, these are my bare knuckle pickles. Pickles, where did that come from? Bare knuckle pickles, love it. We've got it back there, braided wire, blah blah blah, one net, one bridge. Oh, blimey, that probably wasn't supposed to happen. Bare knuckle pickups, what we got here? I don't know what that is. It's just a piece of paper. You know what? I would much prefer a sticker than just a piece of paper. Just saying, bare knuckle, because people that, you know, like buy tools and all different things, we like to put these things on our storage cupboards. So just a heads up there for that one, because you're wasting your money there. That's going to just go straight in the bin. What we got here? Better one is the warranty. Tells you about the codes, and you have a pickup. Yeah, again, I don't think it's one that I would use. You know, I'm sure that there's somebody out there, but I just feel that that's just wasting money. I know it doesn't cost much for you, but I think a sticker would just in lieu of that, would go a lot better. That's just my opinion. But opinions are like arseholes, and we all have one. However, I want to have on mine 3 knobs, which means I need to drill an input jack through here, probably right in alignment with my finger there, and then that gets that out of the equation, and then I can put my 3 pots in there, and let's just show you how the CTS ones will fit. Right, go that way. 1, 2. Even put that in that direction. 3. I may need to route just a tiny bit, not on the top, but like underneath, just to make sure the bulbous part of the pot fit into there, because the original were a lot smaller. Height wise, as you can see, there's really nothing in it, is it? So I know these are good for the depth. I may need to take a tiny bit out there to get my 3 in. I drill my hole in there for my input jack. And now I've got to decide about the 3-way switch. Obviously, by far the easiest way to do that would be just to put it in there like a Fender style. I've actually been inspired by John Shure. The reason why I'm bringing that inspiration part in right now is because it's actually to do with the caps. I realise that if I want to be true to the inspiration, I guess, then I need to have a particular value cap. And that needs to be 680 picofarads. What the hell is that? And the research that I've been doing over the last few years and just is that people like, say, John Shure, his value was 680 DiMarzio is 560, Bill Lawrence is 330, G&L is 200. I'm just giving you these as some examples. That is the amount of picofarads they have as their capacitor on the volume pot. And then they will have a resistor. John Shaw will have a 150k resistor or ohms. DiMarzio is 300, Bill Lawrence is 80, G&L have none. And then at the higher end of the scale, you may have people like, say, TV Jones, Fender, Chris Kinman. They have like between 1 and 1.2 nanofarads in lieu of the 680, for example, that John Shaw's got. And then they would have, again, a resistor typically between 100 to 200 kind of range. So that's kind of important as to what the configuration, and I guess, and what I want from this guitar. I think a reason why that's important is knowing about the value of the, allegedly, that what can have an impact is actually the length of your cable that you do typically use from your guitar to your amp. It could determine as to what type of values you should be using on your treble bleed. So the theory is that if you use a 10-foot cable, say you're at home in your bedroom, then you want, say, a lower value as of, say, a DiMarzio or a John Shaw, or a Bill Lawrence or a G&L or a Paul Smith. But if your cable is, say, a 30-foot cable, then they recommend that, or I should say the recommendation is a higher value. So where you've got the TV Jones is at 1 nanofarad, you've got Fender, Chris Kinman at 1.2 nanofarads. It goes up to like Lindy Farley at 2.5 nanofarads. So there's some of that involved as to what you're doing. Now, my inspiration for this was John Shaw. I don't play out in bars or anything like that. I just play at home. So typically I have a short cable. So, I want to just keep this as true to that, which means I need a 680 capacitor with a 150 resistor. I'm finding it tough to find a 680 picofarad capacitor here in the UK. I did find one, and it's paper in oil, and it's an old Soviet Union thingamajig. And I guess I could put a 150 ohms resistor with that. I don't know if I need a special kind of resistor, or could I just use a regular type of resistor? I'm assuming it's just a regular. What about if I've got that on my volume pot? Can I use, any type of capacitor on like the tones? For example, if I want, say, a Sprague orange drop, say a 22, could I go ahead and put that onto the tone and then have the paper in oil on the volume? I don't know enough about this, so I haven't yet bought the capacitor for the volume. Again, I'm looking for some advice down there in the comments if I want 680 to keep this with the John Shaw thing. So, well, there's a smashing piece of luck. Look at that. Just going through my little box of stuff, and I bought a tone shaper configuration. I forget what it was. It was for a HSS that, anyway, I ended up not using, and I just parted it out a bit, I think. But I didn't use this, and that says 681 on it. So I just need to verify that the resistor's 150, and if it is, job's a good one.
I love the look of that, sir.
Here we are. We've got Daphne Blue and Vintage Cream, and I still may actually change my mind about the Vintage Cream. I'm tempted to go with an Arctic White instead. I'll make it really white there, and we'll have the white pick guard. We'll have the chrome switch, We have the white pickups. And then we'll have that sunburst, the light in the middle, the blue around the edge. And we'll do the same thing on the back. And this is where things will start to get a little bit different with mine. Not a lot different. Again, we'll have like the sunburst out there. But the Shure guitar, it just has like a wooden neck with a matching kind of sunburst headstock. And I'm going to be doing the sunburst headstock too on that. Here's where mine's going to be a little bit different to theirs. I'm going to do paint the neck as well. I'm going to have the matching, sunburst on the back of the headstock. It's going to like taper in. That's going to just be blue. I'm going to just keep that blue because obviously where that fits in. Sorry about this. Where that fits in back there, you know, it's going to be blue coming around. If that's blue coming around and blue coming around, it kind of should stay blue in there. And I don't particularly want to have to do a very thin, I don't particularly want to have to do a thin line of, you know, white down there that I don't even know if it will look any good. So I'm going to just keep that blue down there. So yeah, there's my little difference. So let's have a little talk about this Magic Tone paint. And I call it Magic Tone paint because I think the company's great. As you can see, the light's just falling off. As you see, I've got quite a bunch of different lacquers and whatnot over there, some primers. I've gone through other cans. But the reason why I have a connection to them is all down to this paint here. Blimey. Alright, the light is probably all dark where you are, so I'm going to quickly put this, bring back the light. There we are. Kingfisher Blue. When I first found this company, I was looking for a particular old colour of fender. I think it was like Aqua, Lucinda, or something or other like that. But nobody had it. I was searching everywhere. I wanted that colour. Of course, this was the very first guitar that I was going to spray paint in my life. Of course, I wanted a colour that couldn't be found anywhere. And I just happened to write to these guys, at Rothko is the name of the company. And Rothko and Frost. And I said, I don't suppose you happen to know where I could get this colour paint. And I sent him a picture of a guitar, an old Fender. He says, no, but I love it. I'm going to make it for you and tell you when I have it. I was like, dang. So he told me when it was ready a few weeks later. And I proceeded to buy 2 cans. And I was spraying outside. You can probably see that dust on there. I was spraying outside because, you know, I don't have a workshop. A lot of it got wasted. Like there would be bugs that were blowing on the wind or debris of whatever. You just couldn't get a finish. And I've gone through 3 cans and I'm still not finished. So I ended up buying a 4th can, which is this one here. And it's now, I guess, earned its place in its lineup because it's now got an actual label. This is new, by the way. It's got an actual label as opposed to the first ones that came just had written on it Kingfisher Blue. So yeah, it maybe he sold enough of that to make some, you know what, let's keep it. So if you want that colour, he's probably the only place you're going to find it. Rothko and Frost. I'm going to put the link down there. I don't get a thing out of it. Just mentioned to him, I was sent to you by Simon, not the pieman. And they start seeing that, oh, I've started to spread the word for him. But we're going to talk about the neck real quick now. No, we're not. That's a lie. That's an absolute lie. We are going to talk about the design of the scratch pad Yeah, I've already said that this is like heavily influenced by John Scher, and perhaps I, you know, shouldn't be trying to change it too much. But here's the thing. I feel that a lot of real estate is being wasted here, because if I move that away, there's all that wood like there, and perhaps even there, that could be exposed instead of hidden behind the pick guard. So, you know, I've been playing with the existing pick guard because it's got some nice curves and shapes on it, and I've just been like moving it around. I'm gonna just move the camera so you may get a better look. You can see I've drawn some pencil lines around there, and I'm just trying to like see if I can, you know, save some of that space and I get to see more of the sunburst, you know, or do I just leave it like that? Yeah, as that one. I like the look of that, sir. So that's one of my considerations. The other thing, okay, the neck. I told you I bought that from StewMac. Let's have a look here. This is a problem. I'm going to put the camera down. This is the neck here, and unfortunately it doesn't fit. It goes on a few threads, but it doesn't get to the bottom, and I don't want to have to force that on and chew up the threads. The first few get on, but that's it. So I'm not going to fool with that. Actually, I wanted a chrome spoke wheel anyway, and I couldn't get one at that time. Maybe I should have another look and find one that's got the right thread on it, but obviously that's kind of quite hard right now. So these are my options. This neck here, it has a spoke wheel. It's a bit beaten up. In fact, stop. This is the neck that belongs with this boy, bad boy. This is that neck. Okay, you can see the neck, blah. Okay. I'm not ready yet to finish that one off yet, but if I take this off and put it onto this one, so the thread is right, however it's too long, way too long. So I could, I guess, cut some of that off, cut off about maybe the whatever distance I need, and bear in mind it needs to fit into the cavity, which is down here. God, I hope this is going to come out okay in production with the camera work. So it does need to go in a little bit more. So if I lost maybe a third to half of the shaft part of that, that would fit. But in doing so, I guess what I've realised is that the truss rod is probably maxed out already as to how far it's going to turn, and it's not dual, that's on, but that's not going to turn anymore. So let's have a quick look and let's just see how flat we are, because if I'm like time restrained and I just need to get something built that plays and works, as long as I'm happy that it's so let's have a look at there. Oh, blimey. I'm kind of like, I'm reasonably happy. I mean, it's kind of dead straight. It means there'll be no give in it when I attach it. So that may not set up well as is. If I clean up that spoke wheel, spray it chrome, blah, you know, and then go to set the thing up, it may not work. Which means I could steam off the fretboard and put a new truss rod in now. You'll get another update video from me probably in a few days. I'm hoping I get to see some comments actually. Give me a little bit of advice, especially about that neck. Should I just go ahead and heat that, get it off and go from there? Or, you know, I'm looking forward to seeing what you all say. Until next time, toodle pip.